2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, they're not where they had planned to be at this point of the season, 10th in the West, and at the moment on the outside of the playoff picture, looking in. And Kobe Bryant now in the twilight of his career. Very few have had his fuel and his drive. Shaq, you played with him. Give me your thoughts on Kobe.
Yes, he has 5 championships. Yes, he's passed up Michael Jordan in scoring, but he wants to win more than anyone else in the league. He still obsesses over it. He's the biggest critic, and it drives his game. We don't know if this is going to be his last year. He said he doesn't know, but this guy wants to be the best ever.
But you have to admire how he's adapted his game year by year by year, and by the body that he has to do it with. When he was younger, jumping out the gym. Then all of a sudden, as he's getting older, he's post up more, went down and worked with Akeem Olajuwon. This guy is a true professional.
With the game just about ready to tip, we send you to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. So for the Lakers, their last game a loss to the Wizards. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Anthony in at the 5. Now here's Kobe. Just 5 to shoot. The baseline jam. And he gets it back. Bryant can't get that one to fall. Los Angeles on D. Here's the monster. Gobert, the screen. Here's Silk. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Fades back. And it's Russell with the rebound. And here's the Lakers. Passes it to Kobe. Randall with a screen for Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant. And for Kobe Bryant, how difficult was last season? Starting out strong, even though the team dragged around him wasn't very good. But then everything, including Bryant, fell to pieces.
And when you're a competitor, the way this guy is a competitor, you can't stand to lose. So you push your body to the limit to avoid that. But what happens at age 36 when you've got the kind of miles that Kobe Bryant has, you know, you just can't go it alone. That's why Kobe lasted only 35 games.
That free throw, no good.
You know, you go back to Kobe Bryant. He pushed himself so hard last season, though his points per game average was up. Field goal percentage was the worst of his career. Just felt he had a better chance to score than anyone else on the team, and it's real hard to argue that he was wrong about that.
He hits the second from the line.
Hey guys, you know Kobe Bryant, words can't describe what he's meant to his team, really to the league and the game of basketball. You just wonder when he's finally going to say, you know what, I've done all I can do. That's enough. Retirement's been hinted at, but until I see it, knowing how competitive Kobe is, I just won't believe it.
So it's Utah now, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Gobert, the screen. George against Anthony. George dishes to Hayward. Pass to Silk. Three-pointer. Randall grabs the board for Los Angeles. They've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And he gets it to go.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
And Utah has possession, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. Sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
Free throw line jump shot. Kobe misses.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's the monster. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Kobe Bryant is such a great all-around player. I mean, if there's one thing people don't talk about, it's his passing. He's 4th overall in assists amongst active players.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot for the night here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Russell. And that one's good. And going back to Kobe Bryant, guys, he had to learn the same thing that Michael Jordan had to learn on his own. To win championships, you have to trust your teammates and not take everything upon yourself.
Yeah, Kobe learned from the best and played with some of the best. So you can't ask for a better way to spend a career.
And so it's the Lakers with it after the basket by Utah. And that one's good, Anthony.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here's the monster. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Hayward outside. There's the pass to the monster. Launches it. George throws it down with the quick put back chance.
I love that aggression. Forget about the tip. Just grab the thing and slam it home.
Well, one away to get second chance points.
And don't take any risk while you're doing it.
Now here's Randall. Bryant so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Silk. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Here's Silk. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
That's good. Lamonce's got 5.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Clarkson kicks to Bryant. Randall with the ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Kobe goes in. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Russell. Nobody near George. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Jacks up a 3. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Russell. And it's 8 points for Kobe Bryant.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Here's the monster. He has 5. He dishes it to Gobert. the monster. He's guarded by Russell. Rebounded by Anthony.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The drive by Russell. Can't connect from short range.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
The dish to Gobert. Passes it to Silk. He kicks it to George. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell. Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Miles checked in for Utah. Abdul comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Randall. Young comes in for Bryant. Lou Williams is checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Shorty in for Russell. He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
To the paint, it's deflected. Young with the steal. They get a hand on it. Stolen by George. Here's the monster. He's got 5. Outside, George. To the wing right side. Traps in the tray. Silk's got his second bucket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Utah.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. And so I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Portis, who's checked in for George, and Max subbed in for the monster. Williams kicks to Hollins. Los Angeles with another miss. Utah leading by 3, and even 3-on-3 break. Here's Silk, and Utah another 3.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Here's Hollins. Here's Hibbert. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Here's Mack. There's the pick. Pass to Wiles. They get it back to the right side. Hood, the pass to Portis. Nice ball movement by Utah. This one for 3. And Hollins pulls it down.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that 3-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second foul. Well, if the pressure's increased in the second half of the season, you would know it from looking at these numbers these wingmen have put up from the free throw line since All-Star. You take a look at Young, second in the NBA. He's so great from the line.
And knowing what I do about the guys on that list, I can tell you they put a lot of long hours in the gym to get those percentages to where they are.
Well, you can't get those numbers without the work. And they've posted impressive numbers. And all of them are naturally gifted shooters, but you have to add to natural ability the work required to bring it to fruition.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Hibbert. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Hibbert's got his second basket. Utah leading by 4.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man. Listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Lakers trail by 4. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, a bit ago, Byron Scott and I were able to chat. He said they'll have to do a good job moving their feet on the defensive end or they'll get dunked on all night. He told me that they are very aware of the slashers and finishers they're facing and will try to turn them into jump shooters. Let's see how successful they are, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. First one falls for it. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Here's Mack. Pass to Lyles. Kicks to Hood. And he uses the glass on the way up. 10 points for Silk.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper. It only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
Now Anthony. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. He got right to the cup using that screen. 6 points for Roy Hibbert. And getting back to Hood over the last 7 outings of the season, he put up 20-plus points a game. He also raised his shooting percentage to 45% from the field, 91% from the free throw line. Pretty impressive numbers.
Well, he was drafted to be a scorer, Kevin, and you're right, very impressive. If he can do that consistently, that'll be nice value for the 23rd pick.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk about.
Well, Greg, you play and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Here's Matt. Now the pass to Lyles. Here's Silk. Fires from 18. And that one hits back iron.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Young with no one around. Connects from three-point range. Now it's a 3-point Laker lead. Here's Mack. Passes it to Silk. Will it go? Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hollins. Can't get it to go. So Utah will take it the other way. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shot when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
Another miss by Utah. Los Angeles leading by 3. Young, right side, tipped away. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
There's a good screen. Lock at 6. Here's Mack, defended by Young. Rejected by Young. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Eight seconds left in the first. Misses from close range.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers on top. They finish off the first quarter with a 13-4 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Ladies and gentlemen, and off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
Utah trails by 3. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the center, locking down the middle.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Lakers lead by 2.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks that Coach drills.
Outside for George. Hayward dishes to George. Pass to the monster. Goes back up. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Randall. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully, this is a sign of greater things for the future. Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
It's been a solid outing for the monster. He has 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And he makes both free throws. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Outside, Russell, picked by Randall. The drive by Russell. And the foul on the monster. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Lakers have possession. And Bryant kicks to Hibbert. And he gets it to go. Hibbert's got 10.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's the monster. He's got 10. Hood, the pass to George. 6 to shoot. The feed to Hayward. Goes up from the top of the key. And the foul called on Thunder. That's his first foul. The Lakers in the lead. Outside, Russell. Hibbert with the screen. The drive by Russell. Here's the 3. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Russell. And that's now 11 points for Kobe Bryant.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
It's tipped. Shot clock at 6. That is good. And that's 12 points for the monster.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And Bryant wide open. He shoots again, Los Angeles. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Love watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
Here's Russell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He feeds it to Clarkson. Rebound, Utah.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in your shot attempt.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Randall dishes to Clarkson. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Utah trails by 3. Takes a 3. And Utah another 3.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the second quarter so far. And it's Hibbert missing. Utah's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. The monster passes to Hayward. From 18 feet away. Not enough on that one as it misses. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Randall with a screen for Russell. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Russell's got his first points in this one.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Feeds to Hayward. The pass to the monster. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, some players just get hotter as the season goes on. That's definitely been the case with these point guards since the All-Star break, as you can see in these shooting percentages. Number 1, D'Angelo Russell.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
And, Greg, this isn't a power forward we're talking about. I mean, this is a point guard. He's knocking down shots from 20 feet like they were layups.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And he finishes nicely on the way. Russell's got 4 points this quarter.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Hayward outside. Gobert the screen. The monster. Here's George. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. George has got the game tied up here for Utah.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now, here is Russell. His last outing, he had 8 points. It's stolen by Gobert. And here's the fast break. Here's the monster. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Clarkson. Hibbert with the screen. He's up top. Down low. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for the monster. First in scoring, first in assists, and then there's his work at the free throw line where he holds the best percentage league-wide.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And what a tremendous game for Hibbert. He's got 11 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well also, just battling hard on every possession.
And Utah making a change here. Lyles checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Clark Lyles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
Here's Williams. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Outside Williams. Hibbert with the screen. Williams kicks to Hibbert. Knocked loose and stolen by Hayward. Hayward on the wing. Pass to the monster. Here's Hood. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to the monster. On the arc. Utah gets it back. Hayward on the wing. Here's the monster. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And it's blocked. Fast break. The Lakers. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at Utah. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, Los Angeles. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And seeing where Utah is, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season. From afterthought to title contenders.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gobert. Silk comes in for Hood. And Shelvin Max subbed in for the Monster. Anthony's checked in for the Lakers.
And guys, with Lyles playing out of position can be a blessing and a curse. I mean, he didn't get to play in his comfort zone and put up big numbers, but his skill set grew from the minutes he had to spend outside of that comfort zone.
Utah calls timeout.
I'll tell you what I like about Lyles is that he has a bit of an old man game about him. He's an old head, plays within himself, good at every small intangible thing on the court, just has a real nice feel for how to play.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Here's Mack. Pass to Lyles. Dishes to Hayward. Here's Silk. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Now, here's Hollins. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. A free ball. The shot no good. And it's Utah the other way. And Anthony gets it to go.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And the pass to Silk. He dishes it to Mack. They set the pick. Hayward outside. Lets the three fly. No luck. Williams with the defensive effort.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
Young, a good look. And another basket for the Lakers.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Mack, the pass to Lyles. Here's Mack. Pass to Lyles. Here's Silk, covered by Anthony. 4 on the clock to the paint. And that one is swept right through.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
Utah with the ball. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Here's Mack. Pass to Silk. To the inside. It's stolen by Randle. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Hollins. A beautiful reverse layup. Hollins has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Now here's Hayward. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Here's Portis. Here's Mack. 5 to shoot. Sinks the triple. Mack's got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And guys, Shelvin Mack, strong, good jump shot. More importantly, knows his role. Hasn't started that many games in his career, but maximizes his minutes when he's on the floor.
Getting back to Shelvin Mack, he plays smart, values the basketball. Clark doesn't have tremendous vision, but stays composed and makes a solid play.
Yeah, very reliable rotational player for you as a combo guard. Bulls his way around the court. He can knock opponents off balance with that size, and he's a good shot maker, too.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. Anthony was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Utah calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
.156 left in the second quarter. Here's Mack. He's covered by Hollins. The pass to Silk. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake. But they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
And Utah has possession after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Hayward dishes to Mack. Lays up the pick. Passes it to Silk. Off the screen. Good defensive work there by Young.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Anthony. Again, the Lakers.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Utah trailing here. Mack, the pass to Fortis. Here's Wiles. Fires from 18. And the jumper falls for him. Wiles got 4 points this quarter.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Screen by Young. Inside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Silk. He's covered by Hollins. Randle brings the double team. Young with the steal. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now foul. Here's Hollins. Defended by Hayward. And Randall throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
At the line for 2. And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Tie game in Utah. And time now to go court. As we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds, but in a nutshell, what's going to be your approach going into the second half?
So we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
Thank you, Roy. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. That does it for halftime as the game is just about set to get going again. We send you back to Kevin Harlan and crew for the third quarter.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
They've got Silk. Gobert is out there with Thunder. And it's Hayward. And it's the Monster in at the points. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. LA's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Russell kicks to Clarkson. And now Utah, fast break. Finished off the break. And that's now 19 points for Silk.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Gobert with the block. And Anthony gets it to go. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's the Monster. Gobert, the screen. Outside, George. Gobert with a screen for George. Now the dish to Hayward. And 3 off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Kobe kicks to Clarkson. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Here's the Monster. 18 points for him. Outside, George on the arc. Randall grabs the board.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Here's Clarkson. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's the monster. Hayward outside. From deep. Here's George. Drops one in from the wing. George has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Lakers trail. Russell dishes to Randall. Now, here's Clarkson. D right on him. Kicks it to Russell. The feed now to Clarkson. 5 on the clock. And the Lakers with another miss.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Here's Silk. The Lakers with the rebound.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's the monster. Gobert with a screen on Russell. The monster passes to Silk. They get the rebound. George. And count it. 2 points with a chance for 1 more at the free throw line.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And the Lakers also making a switch. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Julius Randle. The drive by Russell. Now, here's Clarkson, defended by George. Now, here's Clarkson. Gobert with the block. They'll get another chance. For the lead. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And while we got a chance, let's get some numbers for George. First in scoring. First in assists. And then there's his work at the free throw line where he holds the best percentage league-wide.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
The monster passes to Silk. Gobert the screen. Here's the monster. Carries it from about 10 feet away. The monster's got 20.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Feeds to Hibbert. They set the pick. Deflects the pass. Stolen by George. All by himself. Oh!
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Utah.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Here's the monster. He's got 22. Here's Silk. No good on the 3.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Up top, Kobe. He's got 16. Hibbert with the screen. Kobe kicks to Hibbert to the right side. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Russell. Gobert the screen. Outside, George. Here's the monster. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
So he gets them both. And here's Russell. 6 points for him. He kicks it to Anthony. Pass to Bryant. Hibbert with the screen. Russell with a wide open look. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's the monster. 24 points for him.
Yeah, and the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before. But shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
A different look for Utah. Portis comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Lyle sub in for George. And then for the Lakers, Nick Young's checked in for Bryant. Williams comes in for Jordan Clarkson, and it's Shorty in for Russell. Utah leading. Well, getting back to Hibbert, last year was a down one for him in a few areas. He put up his lowest points per game average since his rookie year. And Clark, his minutes in general were way down.
Yeah, and I think he may be at a bit of a crossroads in his career right now. A couple of years ago, signed a big contract. He's got the talent, and he's got the desire. I think it's just a matter of him having the confidence that will lead to consistency.
Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Williams.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. That's why he's best suited as a 6th man, in my opinion.
Drops. He ties it up.
And Williams certainly does personify that 6th man role of instant offense, but it'll be hard to see him in the starting lineup with the way his shooting numbers are.
Here's the monster. They set the pick. Here's Portis. Lock at 6. Here's the monster. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot. He's still looking for his first 3-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
Here's Hollins, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And Utah making a change here. Max checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ryan's checked in. Free throws good from Hollins. Utah shooting from the field 44%, not bad. Here's Mack. Pass to Lyles. Here's Silk, defended by Bryant. Rebound by Kobe.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Hood. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. He feeds it to Mack. Just 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Hood. The trade. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Hibbert. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Utah trailing here. Here's Silk. Rebounded by the Lakers. Anthony's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. Goes up to the stripe. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 10 points for the closer.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shavon Max. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Randall's checked in. Hollins with it. He has 6. Williams' shot is off. Clark David struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Mack dishes to Hayward. Utah the rebound.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And Utah has possession following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Here's Lyles. He's defended by Randall. 3 on the clock. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Hayward. Hayward's got 6. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. 1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. And that one's good. Allen.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Here's Portis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Hayward passes to Hood. Top of the key. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960?
And guys, that's one of those records that always seems to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960. How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Here's the monster. He's covered by Hollins. Here's the monster, and he uses the glass on the layup. The monster's got 10 points here in the second half.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Hollins kicks to Williams. And there's another one for the Lakers. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's the monster. Bryant with the rebound. Kobe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical mental element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Now Hollins, he's got 9. Unloads from 13. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And now it's an 8-point Laker lead. Hayward, no good. And we've reached the end of the third. Lakers lead by 8. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And the final period of play just about to start. Los Angeles leading by 8. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Williams is out there with Randall. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Anthony. And it's Russell in at the 1. Now here's Randall. Williams up on top. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The monster passes to Silk. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's the monster. That ball, nice speed that time from George. 30 points for the monster.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
The pass to Randall. Now, here is Russell. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
The monster, and George kicks to Gobert. From deep three-point range, Randall grabs the board.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah trails by 9. To the paint and stolen by Russell. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Randall dishes to Williams. And stolen by Hayward. The monster passes to Gobert. Here's the monster. Gobert, the screen. 5 on the clock. He dishes it to George. It's stolen by Randall. And it's the Lakers on the break. And he misses the fast break layup. Uncovered. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. Lakers leading by 9. Over in the corner, Williams. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Here's the monster. Silk passes to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Silk. Another miss by Utah.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, you know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be
overwhelmed right now.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And the Lakers call time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Clarkson kicks to Russell. Pass to Anthony. Tries from the block. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits. So it's Utah now. It's a 13-point game. Hayward passes to the monster. Back to Hayward. A 3. No luck. And the Lakers going the other way now.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Silk following the bucket by the Lakers. Pass to the monster. There's the dish to Gobert. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by Hayward.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
16 feet away, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Been a good one for Williams. 12 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Lou Williams won the 6th man award last year, Clark, in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Russell. Silk passes to Hayward. Here's the monster. The long distance three is good. The monster's got 37.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Right side, Russell. Utah with the rebound. As their comeback bid had better get started.
I think there's still enough time for him here, Kevin. I think there's a good chance they can make it happen.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one. So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ryan's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And guys, teams with the #1 overall pick tend to go very deep in the playoffs. Just the nature of how the NBA lottery and rebuilding structure works.
Yeah, and in the playoffs last season, every team in the conference semis but one had a #1 overall pick on their roster. So that one team was the Grizzlies.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Russell. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Los Angeles foul. Anthony. That's his 4th personal foul.
First free throw is good. Miles check in for Jordan.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Russell. Got a piece of it. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Utah making a change here. Portis is checked in. Los Angeles leading by 9. Kicks it to Bryant. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 8th assist here tonight.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The monster passes to Lyons, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Russell dishes to Randall. Outside Bryant. 6 to shoot. Inside Anthony. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Talk about some great numbers for Anthony. 17 rebounds and 1 steal as well. You talk about being on. He's been it. Not even 1 missed shot so far.
This is superhuman stuff we're seeing today, guys.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
And Anthony drops them both. Utah trails by 11. Hayward passes to the monster. A rebound by the Lakers. Anthony's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Silk passes to Hayward. Count it, and the Laker lead is they'll cut to just 9 on the baskets from the monster.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Outside, Russell. To the middle. Here's Anthony. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Out to Hayward for 3. Bryant with the rebound.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him that he's up off the 3.
And he gets the bucket.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Utah trails by 13. It's stolen by Randall. And here's Russell. Here's Anthony. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Hood's checked in for Utah. Shorty, he's checked in for the Lakers. Good on both.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Randall brings the double team. Here's Hood. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's the monster. No good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Clarkson. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. And the Lakers lead by 18.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
It's stolen by Bryant. Fast break. The Lakers. Here's Hollins. Finished off the break.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Utah has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
The feed now to Anthony. It's hauled in by Lyle. Lyle's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The monster passes to Lyles. Off target with the open look. Los Angeles leading by 17. Hollins with it. Picked by Randall. Out to Kobe. From deep. Rebound, Utah. Silk's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's the monster. Defended by Bryant. Portis can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Feeds it to Bryant. Launches a 3, and that one's good. Bryant's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's the monster, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
So he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
And the foul on the monster. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Shorty. 13 points and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Shelvin Max checked in for Silk.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Stolen by Clarkson.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
That's right. I mean, they'll now be 1-2 against them this season. They'll face them once more, and they could end up with a split in those 4 games.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Anthony. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676, almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Meta World Peace. He's checked in for Randall. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:04 left to play here in the 4th. Williams kicks to Hollins. Pass to Hibbert. Dishes to World Peace. To the inside. Holland. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
And there's the pass to the monster. Inside. Shoots from 8. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Into the lineup for your Utah team.
27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Nobody near Williams. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Lakers lead by 20.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Now Hollins. So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kobe, tell us about the mindset of this team tonight and what you hope to accomplish.
Just come out and play well, just play with a lot of energy, execute well, read the defense well, and make our necessary cuts.
Talent and execution. Kobe, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan player of the game. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage.
Wow. That was some of the most passionate rebounding work I've ever seen. Guys aren't supposed to be capable. Special to behold.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.